Hi guys, tonight we have baseball and part of that is Topps Chrome, which I am super excited about because you guys know it just came out yesterday. I've been dying to get into it. So here's what we have on tap tonight. We're looking at an Onyx Preferred Players Collection 2017 autographed baseball. We're going to bust into that one first. And after we do that, we're going to get into Chrome. Yay! Open a half case of 2017 Topps Chrome baseball. And when we wrap that up, we're going to open the back half of a case of 2017 Panini Optic baseball. So we've got a lot of fun stuff on tap tonight. I'm excited about it. So let's get started. We're going to take a look. The spreadsheet will go up before each break, of course, so that you can match yourself up with your team and see your name up in lights here as the winning bidder. So first up tonight is our 2017 Onyx Preferred Players Autographed Baseball. This is break number 5, meaning it's the 5th time we've broken this particular product. Our eBay end date, that's tonight, of course, and our live stream schedule, that is right now. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it. I'm not marking unpaid teams these days, at least as an experiment. We're going to see how that goes, but obviously if you haven't paid for your team, please do so. And those of you who have already paid, thank you very much. And we have one team in here, you'll see no bids buyback. That just means that is an unloved, unwanted orphan team, and if anything were to come out for that team, it would hang out here with me. So here's our Onyx Preferred Players ball, and as soon as we break the baseball, I'm going to take the camera off of autofocus so we don't have to worry about all that zooming in and out that's happening right now. But it's better, I think, to leave it on autofocus while we're working on this, and then we're going to switch it off after that. All right, so here is, well, is it going to focus? Well, I thought it was going to be better to leave it on autofocus, but maybe it isn't. Okay. Let's just go ahead and adjust that now in that case. Usually the memorabilia works better on autofocus and the cards work better off, but tonight we got a little different story going on. Let me get this up. All right, so here is our signature. I'm getting ready to open the COA, and it's going to tell us who that is, and there, of course, is the corresponding sticker that's going to go with our ball. And it is Vizcaino. Well, however you say his name, you see it right there. Vizcaino, something like that. Something like that. Hi, Humphrey. How are you? What's happening? Hey, did you see my message? You were like so Johnny on the spot. I did not have time to adjust that for you. But I swear to you, we are going to get it done. It's probably going to be, I guess, next time at this point. Because I'm slow and you were super fast. But we will get it done. I am looking right now to try to figure out where this ball goes. So bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find this guy on the checklist. Hopefully he's on this checklist. If not, we'll have to go to our handy little, there he is. Yay. Okay, Atlanta. All right, he is on our checklist for Atlanta. So Vizcaino, however we're saying it, is headed to Atlanta, is the moral of the story. So, yeah, that. You are asking me next time, can we break a full case? You know, I already have half case listings up for the rest of this case, and I believe the other part of another case went up as a half case tonight. So we'll have to still yet break the back end of that. But after that, yes, I will work you in a full case of Topps Chrome because we have more. We got more Topps Chrome, so we have plenty of time to get you a full case worked in there, Humphrey Bogarden. No worries. I don't do that real often when there's a lot of base cards because it just takes a while sometimes to get through all that. But Chrome is not as base card heavy as some are. What is going on with my screen? There we go. That fixed it. All right, so we are with 6 boxes of 2017 Topps Chrome These are the hobby boxes, not the jumbos. We'll at some point in time get into some jumbos as well, so that's why you see the designation that says hobby. And this is half case break number 1, just came out yesterday. Same format as before with our end date and our live stream schedule. And we're going to buzz down through here and give everybody a chance to match themselves up with their teams before we start busting into this. And what I'm going to do, since this is a new case, I'm going to go ahead and take all of the boxes, all of the boxes out of here, and then we'll number them on the end, and we'll let random.org pick out which ones we open tonight. Half case bids are sketchy, you think? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people do half case listings, especially when it's a lot of base cards, you know. I mean, now on the stuff like that didn't have much base, tier 1, museum collection, you know, all that stuff, we broke those as full cases most of the time. Some of the high dollar stuff I will still break as half cases, and part of that is because I like to give everybody an opportunity to bid. And sometimes when a sport is really hot, like baseball is this year, people just can't afford to get their teams always in a full case break, but they can in a half. So even so, I will still sometimes mix it up and throw in a half case here and there and do the rest in full. But yeah, it's on these with a lot of base, it's really as much about the fact of how long it takes to do the break, and then to do the sort, and to handle the shipping and all that jazz, because it's a whole other ball game, you know, when there's tons of base. You know what I mean? All right, so yes, I don't think there are actually any case hits in this one, to answer your question, that I remember anyway. But of course, you know, obviously I'm still doing it via random just to be on the safe side. But generally speaking, I don't think Chrome has specific case hits in it. But yeah, I definitely, you know, I know what you mean. You can sometimes, one half of the case will be better than another when you do half case breaks. And sometimes they're fairly evenly split, but for sure, I know what you're saying on that. All right, let me write down what boxes we're opening so that I can retain this myself. 10, 1, 4, 8, 9, and 7. Wow, so they went 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1 and 4. I mean, obviously not in that order, but that's the boxes we're ultimately ending up with. So let's go ahead and start pulling these out. There's 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now I need to get, here's 1, and here is 4. But yeah, that's the reason really that I take them out and number them, and that we go through all this kind of stuff, is just to make it 100% transparent, as you know, and as random as possible when we're doing these kind of half case breaks and stuff. I just think it's the better way to do it most of the time. Oh, Thomas, you want to see the sheet again, the spreadsheet, I'm assuming, for this break? Sure, let me punch it back up here. Hang on 1 second. I think you may see it yet. Now I see it. There for a minute I couldn't see it. I think you probably could, but I was on the wrong screen. So again, half case, 6 boxes, 2017 Topps Chrome. These are the hobby boxes. We'll get into the jumbos later. Obviously 6 boxes is a half case. First break just came out yesterday. Team names on one side, winning bidders across from it. Nothing is marked as unpaid tonight, even though there are some unpaid teams. So if you are one of those folks who has not yet paid, please take care of getting that payment in. All right, so we all good, Thomas? Yes? All right, perfect. So I cannot wait. Let's see what we got in here. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to get in this since yesterday. You guys know that I have. I was talking about it last night, how I wanted to get in this. I wanted to get in this Chrome. Been killing me. So I'm very excited to tear into some of this. So we should find 2 autographs per hobby box in this break. And Of course, it's our same kind of card design that we've had for Series 1 and Series 2, except obviously in Chrome, and we will have the same series design for update. I know some people are not a fan of this card design, but I don't mind it. I think it's all right. And it's hard to come up with a good base card design for stuff like this, I think, sometimes. All right, so our base, we're just going to kind of buzz through. We'll stop and take a look at our numbered inserts and things of that nature. And I thought this Billy Hamilton might be numbered. Now, keep in mind, I'm going through this the first time as well with you, so I recognized the pattern on that and thought that it might be numbered, but I did not see a number on it. But until we kind of figure out what's numbered and what's not, we're going to take a look at most of it. There's a Rizzo. And I never know what Topps actually calls these. I kind of call them like negative cards, right? Because, I mean, they're like a black and white negative. I'm sure that the insert set probably has a name, but that's kind of what I call it. So, and there is Mr. Aaron Judge. We need to find one of those with a signature. I think we're due, right? I mean, we haven't hit an Aaron signature in last few breaks, so I think we're due for one. And again, right now, I'm still just flipping some of these over to see what is going to be numbered and what isn't. Of course, anything you see like that last one that went by with and this one, our pretty little rainbow of colors, you guys know those are refractors, of course. And that one also not numbered. Oh yeah, it's always a good sign to see an Aaron Judge rookie card, even though that one didn't have the ink on it. I'm with you, Thomas. As soon as, you know, it's always good to see him in the mix, and then you figure that it's going to bring us luck, and he's going to show up in signature form too. That's what we're hoping anyway. And of course, he's front and center, obviously, as you see on all the packaging. So Topps wasted no time in getting him on board. Well, actually, I think he's got autograph deals with Topps and Panini, to be exact. And apparently, from what I have been told, he is going to sign an exclusive autograph deal with one of them in the off season. At least that's the scuttlebutt anyway, that he will go exclusive with either Panini or Topps at some point in the off season. So we'll see whether or not that comes to fruition, but that's what's being talked about right now. There's a Gurriel, nice little rookie for the Astros. And that one is numbered 250. So 35 of 50 on the Gurriel. Nice little, I kind of call that a wave pattern, and they may call it a different pattern, but that's the pattern I call it anyway. Addison Russell. Those look kind of like the continuity cards, that Addison Russell that just went through. You know, the little continuity packs that they give out from time to time. Looks kind of like that. The design, I mean. Oh yeah, there's bunches of refractors in here. Do you guys want me to call out all the refractors? I mean, I can. There's a lot of them, of course, but if you guys want them called out each time, I am happy to do that. This Melky Cabrera is 250 as well. It is number 7 of 50. I think at that angle you could see the numbering on it. And that, of course, for the White Sox. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking too. I wasn't really going to call out the refractors unless they, you know, happen to be happen to be numbered. And right now, as I say, I'm still kind of feeling my way through as well to see what is going to be numbered and what is not. My first time opening it as well. Ooh, look at that. Dodgers have a hit. Yeah, and they're happy because it's a rookie autograph of one Cody Bellinger. So Dodgers, you are off to a good start. That's worth the price of admission. For sure. That's the second Bellinger rookie auto that we have pulled recently. The other one, we pull it out of Allen and Ginter, maybe a redemption as well, of course, but it was, I think, a full-size Allen and Ginter out of the very first half of the first case. Oh yeah, Bellinger has been on fire, man. I mean, that's yeah, that hit is about as good as an Aaron Judge hit these days. Not quite, because Aaron still commands more money, but Cody is running up on his coattails there. It's definitely a nice hit. And I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say that this particular pattern is not ever going to be numbered because we've seen it a number of times. It's kind of that honeycomb pattern, and none of them have been numbered, so I'm going to assume that that is an unnumbered pattern. Here's a little Nunez coming out for the A's. That's an on-card auto, of course, and it is numbered to 499. I'm kind of trying to hold it at an angle so you can see the numbering on it a little bit better. Yeah, the Bellinger is for sure a good hit, guys. I agree on that. And surprisingly, though, the buy-in on the Dodgers is never nearly as high as the buy-in on the Yankees in products where they are both present. Now, granted, we're just getting started with those. You know, Allen and Ginter is the first Topps product this year that had Bellinger in it, but the Allen and Ginter bids nor the Chrome bids for the Dodgers have been nearly as high as it is to acquire, you know, the Yankees. I'm just setting these guys, after we finish a box, I'm setting those cards off on the breaking mat over to my right, and that's so I don't have to worry about that stack getting really tall and causing us any problems. I don't want anything dumping over. So yeah, I do think Cody's autographs are gonna catch up, I believe, as long as he continues to play well. You know, that's always the caveat. You know, because like poor little Dansby, he got, you know, busted back, what, last week? Maybe 10 days ago, a week or 10 days ago? Got busted back down to AAA, but he'll be fine. Dansby's going to come back up. He's a good ball player, and he's going to be fine. But he got busted up, and Benintendi's been in a little bit of a slump, and then meanwhile, you've got Aaron and Cody just, bam, going to town. And you know who else? My little third baseman for the Red Sox that I was talking to you guys about the other night that just got called up, what, not even 2 weeks ago. Rafael Devers. Yeah, he's going to light it up too, man. He is on a tear. He is Devers. I never remember which is the right way to say it. I say Devers, but anyway, Rafael Devers for the Red Sox. You better keep an eye on him. I was all excited about him for his debut, and he's turned out to be worth the wait so far. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Rookies have a tendency to hit the slump somewhere along the way, but I don't think he's going to hit it this year. He'd be more likely to hit it next year, if history teaches us anything in that regard, that is. I don't know why I keep flipping these over. I think we've already learned it's not going to be numbered, but Yet I still convince myself that it could be. So that's, I want to look at the back of that Gurriel. Yeah, not numbered either. Oh yeah, I mean for sure, Humphrey Bogart and all the rookies for sure hit a slump somewhere along the way. It's just, how well and how quickly do they bounce back? I mean, well, for goodness sakes, Schwarber got sent down earlier this year, I mean, just for a short period of time, but still, it happens. But when they're good players, they'll be fine. They just need to get more at-bats, more practice, and they'll be all right. A little Manny Machado for the Orioles, numbered to 75. 25 of 75. I like that. Nice, round, kind of divisible by 3 there. I like it. 25 of 75. Yeah, you're right. Bregman definitely had a slump too, Thomas. But he has for sure started to turn the corner again. I think Bregman's actually starting to play pretty well again, at least the last I looked. But, of course, the Yankees have more than just Aaron Judge, although everybody's chasing Aaron Judge autos right now. But I guess you always have to factor in the veteran players and the retired players, the Hall of Famers, the legacy players, and all that. Probably factor into the bid price, too. And the Yankees are one of those, kind of like the Dallas Cowboys in football, kind of one of the American teams, if you will. They have a very widespread fan base, not regionalized or localized. So all those things make a difference. Well, that's true. That is a good point. Sandy Koufax is in the Dodgers checklist. You're right about that. I mean, and of course, the Dodgers have a wealth of veteran and Hall of Famer types that can be in there too. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised because they've had such a good year this year. I am surprised that they don't attract a little bit more bids than they do. Although sometimes they do. Sometimes they go nuts, but a lot of times they're very affordable in relation to the Yankees, I should say. Oh, I can't say his name. So we're going to call him Pat. So here is Pat with an on-card rookie auto for the Rockies. That one does not appear to be numbered for our friend Pat. There's a little Benintendi. Speak of the devil. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when update comes out who we have in, who gets added to update. Is Clint Frazier going to be in there? I would think so, but you never know until they come out and announce it. Who's going to be in any of those? Here's a little Seth Lugo for the Mets. So there you go, Humphrey Bogart. Bogarden. I said Bogart. There's your Mets. With a little Seth Lugo love coming over for the Mets. Giolito. Now, see, again, I just really would have thought that was, just looks like that should be numbered, but it is not. So, despite what it looks like, it's not numbered. Or what it looks like it should be, I should say. And then there's Aurora. That's another one I'd like to see a little ink on for our rookies. But, really, if you are a Dansby Swanson fan, which I am, I do think he's a good player, it's a good time to pick up some of his stuff. When they send him back down, people kind of cool off on him. I think it's a good time to buy. This is 81 of 299 for the Indians. I mean, that's as long as, as long as you think his stock is going to go up, I should say, then I think it's a good time to buy on really all of them. Bregman, him, Benintendi, because they're all going to be fine. All three of those guys are going to have no problems. Oh, you have an Aurora, why can't I say that? Aurora redemption, and Topps is telling you it's going to be 15 weeks? Wow, that's an unusually long time for Topps. That seems like it's about in line for Panini. But Topps is generally a little faster than that. So all this stuff that we're breaking tonight, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but the stuff that we're breaking tonight will most likely ship out in the Monday, Tuesday kind of range. And my tendency is to think that it'll be about evenly split. Probably about half of them will go Monday and about half of them will go Tuesday. But that's, you know, that's an estimate. It could be that all of them end up going on Tuesday or all of them end up going on Monday. But I think Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there should get us covered. Might get a few snuck out the door on Saturday if I can get caught up on everything else, but that's a long shot, so. Oh, 15, oh, the back of your redemption said 15 weeks, or people at Topps actually told you 15 weeks? Because if it's just what it says on the back, oh, the back of them always says, you know, that you could, you know, be 150 before you get it, kind of disclaimer. But Topps is usually faster than that. I mean, it's unusual for them to take 4 months, say it like that. There's some love for the Astros with some David Paulino. That one is not numbered on the Paulino. I like the pattern on those refractors, whatever it is called. Whatever the pattern is called, I mean. Obviously, we know what refractor is. So yeah, Humphrey Bogarden, what I'm thinking is, of course, we've got the back end of this case, and I'm like 99% sure that the scheduled start for the front end of another case split in half is already up and running. So then we'll have to do, you know, obviously the front and back end of that. So I would say by the time we get to a full case of this, probably about this time next week, we will have been through probably 2 cases and half cases, and then we should be able to bust some full cases at that point. Jeff Hoffman for the Colorado Rockies, numbered 275. And if for some reason I don't have the other already listed as a half, you know, like break number 3, if it's not already listed as a half, then I'll list break number 3 as a full. Oh yeah, if it's just the back that said 15 weeks, you may not really be waiting that long. Because they put, you know, all kinds of disclaimers on there to CYA, so to speak. I would guess that you will probably get it faster than that. Now you're looking for the Rangers to get a hit. All right. Well, let's see what we can do about that. Is Aurora in Ginter? I haven't pulled any of him. Is his signature in there? I don't remember on the checklist. I know Ian Happ was. Ian Happ went in. Cody Bellinger went in. Aurora probably did go in. If they went in, I guess he probably is in there, but I haven't pulled him in Allen and Ginter. So I don't know. Yeah, the full size on all 3 of those redemptions, if Aurora, I'm assuming, is in there. And then Ian Happ and Cody Bellinger. All three of those will be the full-size cards. They're not minis. They were late additions to that set, basically. I don't think they were originally intended to be in there, any of the three. But because they were heating up, I think Topps made the decision to put them in. That's why they had to go in as redemptions, and that's why they went in as full-size cards. There's Mr. Alex Reyes for the Cardinals. And does St. Louis Crazy have the Cardinals tonight? I think he might. I think that he might. And if he does, I'm guessing he's probably got a pretty good collection of Alex Reyes, because we seem to hit him quite a bit. Oh, it's a nice little David Price Cy Young insert. A couple of those just look like they had a slightly different card design. That's why I was flipping them over to see if there was any chance that anything else was numbered that I was missing, but so far it is not. Oh, Jeremy, you have the Nats. Okay. All right, cool. Well, let's try to hit something for you as well then. We gotta try to send everybody home happy if we can. Well, so to speak. Obviously, you're probably actually already at home, but you know what I mean. You knew the intent. Well, Evan Longoria to $2.99. Didn't he just hit for the cycle the other night? Seems like he did, unless I've just dreamed that, which is entirely possible. I do dream baseball occasionally. But I thought that he did hit for the cycle not too long ago, a couple games back maybe. All right. Well, this is box 4 of 6 that we are starting on right now. I hear my little kitty down there starting to fuss with his sister. Oh, Thomas, this is only your second live break? Oh, my friend, you are going to end up addicted like the rest of us, I bet. This is how it starts. Because they are fun, man. They are so fun. They're fun to buy into. They're fun to do. It's great when the mailman comes. It is good. And really, for collecting purposes, your money goes so much farther. Because you could buy into goodness knows how many breaks you could buy into versus the cost of, say, buying a full case. And especially if you only want, you know, like the one team. So you're into the Nats and maybe you're having to buy a whole case, which I think they're going for about $1,200 right now. So you drop $1,200 and you might not pull a single Nationals out of there, right? I mean, think about how many breaks you can buy into with $1,200. That's the way I look at it anyway. Moncada rookie. And it is definitely an addictive kind of thing, man. It is, oh, it is so much fun. Especially when they start showing up in the mail. That's how it starts. That's how we get hooked. Oh, so you did one at your local store for Chrome? Cool. How did you do at your local store? What'd you hit, man? Something good, I hope? There's a little Bryce Harper for you. A then and now Bryce Harper. So at least it's a national. I know it's not signed, but we're working in the right direction. Little Manny Margot for the Padres. That one is to $299. If I can get it at the, there we go, at the right angle, be able to see the number on it. You got a, oh, Jarrell Cotton and a Hunter Renfroe. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, Eric, thank you, man. That is so nice. I appreciate that. I'm always happy when you guys come and hang out with me, whether you, even if you don't buy in every time. I like having the company. It's fun. So everybody's always welcome to jump in and chime in anytime. And next week, I was talking today to the guy that I buy some of the stuff that I have shipped. I buy some stuff locally. I buy some stuff that's, shipped in, and kind of a mix, because sometimes my local guy, he can't always have extra. Sometimes he can only get as much as he needs for his store, and he can't get extra for me. So I get, some of both, because I like to patronize my local store too. So anyway, I was talking to the guy that I buy a lot of stuff from online today. And I was like, oh, what baseball have I got coming next week, right? Because, I'm so used to baseball coming out every single week. And he's like, none. I'm like, none? What do you mean, man? He's like, no, there's no baseball next week. It's only unparalleled football. Oh, we're so bummed. So that just means we'll get through Chrome faster. So we'll be opening Chrome like there is no tomorrow all week next week. We'll also finish up the back half of an Allen and Ginter case, and we will finish up the back half of a Stadium Club case. And then the rest will be Chrome Heaven. And they pushed a bunch of dates back too, by the way. Topps moved a bunch of their release dates. He sent me a new calendar today. Luke Weaver in what I call the negative card. What it's supposed to be called, couldn't tell you, but that's what I call it. So yeah, some of the stuff like Bowman High Tech, which I'm super excited for and was supposed to be coming out fairly soon, like within a month or so, got pushed back to, I forget if it was October or November, but it got moved back. 5-star got moved back. A bunch of stuff did. Jesse Winker for my Cincinnati Reds. And Jesse Winker has popped, he may have hit another one tonight, but he's popped 2 home runs the last 2 games, and then whatever he did tonight. So yay, Jesse Winker for my Cincinnati Reds on card auto. That guy ought to be coming back pretty soon. Right? David Dahl, isn't he due back from his injury like any day now? Carson Fulmer for the White Sox, and that's a snazzy little parallel, so it should be a decent number. 29 of 75 on the Carson Fulmer. So, nice little hit there for the White Sox. If we can get him called back up, that is. I think he's still in AAA, isn't he? I don't think they brought him back up yet. Every once in a while somebody will sneak up or down without me noticing it, but most of the time I try to keep somewhat of an eye on our rookies, see how they're doing, see who I need to be investing in, although always I just end up with my Reds. Oh, Humphrey Bogart, and you want the Carson Fulmer? It's a nice looking card, right? What was it that we were? What was it? Well, why can't I think of it? Crud. It wasn't that long ago that it was out, and we pulled several Aaron Judges in that kind of pattern. Wave or whatever it is called. And I can't even think of the name of the Finest. That's what it was, Finest. That reminds me of the cards that we pulled out of Topps Finest a few months ago. Rangers. Okay, Humphrey, you are putting the Rangers in the universe. Let's see if we can get the universe to deliver the Rangers for you. We're going to try our best. But I mean, we've got to pull an Aaron Judge somewhere. I mean, it may not be tonight, maybe it will be tonight. But out of some of this Topps Chrome, we got to pull an Aaron Judge. Because, I mean, come on, guys, on the cover. He's on the cover of the box. He's on the wrapper. I mean, this won't be right if we don't pull an Aaron Judge somewhere in here. So, Eric, I have a question for you about the break at your local store. I was actually talking about this a couple nights ago. Well, maybe a week ago. I don't know, recently. And saying that I've been kind of toying around with talking to Larry about starting some local breaks there in his store. And one of the reasons that I haven't kind of done much with it is I was wondering the best approach in terms of do you pre-sell the teams, like you have a predetermined date and a predetermined price for each team, and then everybody just, buys whatever they buy and they show up the scheduled time? Or is the time scheduled and then once everybody is there, you guys bid on the teams? Like, how did it work at your local store, Eric? Is kind of what I'm asking, because I'm curious as to the best formats for doing something like that. If Larry even wants to do it, which he may not, but I think he would probably be willing to give it a shot if we could figure out a good way to do it anyway. And I think it would be fun, like on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon or something, to get in there and do some of that locally. I continue to flip those over thinking they're going to be numbered, and I continue to be wrong. I have a slow learning curve, apparently. Oh, so they do random teams at the local store. Okay. Well, that would make sense. But do people buy it? Do people buy them in advance, though, and then they just come back for the break? Or does everybody literally just show up and buy them at the start of the break? And then what if you don't have enough people there to buy all the teams, I guess, is the other question. This is to 299 on the Bautista. So, yeah, I could see how random teams would make better sense to do at a store level. So that part, yeah, that part would work. So then I guess it's just the question of, do you sell them in advance or do you just sell them the day of the break and hope enough people show up kind of deal? Another one of our black and white kind of negative cards. That one for Contreras for the Cubbies. Okay, so you signed up 3 hours before the break time and paid 3 hours before the break time, and the store buys back the unsold teams. Okay. Oh, and then your store, James, sells spots for a week. Oh, all right. Well, that gives me a couple of different things I can throw out to him then as possibilities. So price-wise, is it generally just, I'm assuming that they probably don't really make much money on it. They're probably just doing it for the fun of it. I mean, that's kind of what I was figuring if it was done locally, right? So they're taking just the case price and dividing it by the number of teams or something, some close approximation of that. Tyler Glasnow coming out for the Pirates, who I think might have thumped my Reds today. Last time I looked at the score, they were way ahead. And then I didn't see it again, but I'm guessing they probably stayed way ahead because my poor Reds have been terrible. Mr. Benintendi. Which one are you asking me about, Jeremy? Which one is, hang on. Which one is what numbered to? Out of, did we just pass a numbered one that I, didn't? Or you meant the Cincinnati Reds player. Did you mean Jesse Winker? Let me pull him out, because I'm thinking maybe that's what you meant, but I'm not sure. If you meant what is the Reds guy numbered to, he's not numbered. if you meant something else, you're going to have to clarify it for me. Oh, yeah, that is true. A lot of the glass now have been redemptions, haven't they? So it is a good point that that one is ready to go and on card. Little Matt Strom coming out for the Royals, Kansas City Royals with a hit. Oh, the red cards, as in like we had the blue refractor, and then you have the purple and etc. I don't know what red is in this set. I don't think we've pulled a red yet. We've got the purples, which are to $2.99. We've got, I guess that's kind of a gold sort of color to $50. I don't have any red ones yet, so I don't know. In some of their other sets, red has been $2.50, but obviously I just flipped through some of the ones we've got stacked over there, and we already have 50 accounted for, and we haven't pulled a red one yet, so I don't know. I haven't, this is kind of a learn as I go thing, since I have not opened this product yet either myself. Sometimes I open a box, you know, for myself personally before I do a break, but this year baseball's been so hard to get that I haven't been doing that. Oh, Buster Posey. I like Buster Posey. What a nice hit for the Giants, and that's on Then and Now, of course, the insert set with a little Buster Posey on-card auto, numbered to 25, no less, 9 of 25. So that's a nice hit for the Giants. If I can get it where you can see the number, maybe that angle. So that's a really solid hit for the Giants. I like that a lot with Buster Posey. Yeah, on the refractors, you know what? And it may be that when I sort these, maybe I will find that more of these refractors are numbered. But you guys see that, you know, I flipped over a fair number of them and they haven't been numbered. So I feel like we're probably not really missing much that's numbered, but when I'm sorting, I'll be able to get a much better feel, and if there's some kind of like little visual cue that I'm somehow not picking up on as we open this first case, you know, it'll be more cemented in my mind by the time we do the others, and then I'll know to flip them, you know what I mean? But yeah, the Buster Posey is worth, it's probably worth $100 or so, numbered to 25. Maybe you might be able to get a little bit more than that for it, because it's chrome, which is always a popular autograph set. But I just like Buster Posey anyway, so I think that's, I would have been happy about that even if it wasn't worth a decent amount of money. But yeah, we're off to a good start between the Bellinger auto that we pulled earlier and the Posey to 25. We're definitely rolling. That's always a good sign when we start off well early. You know, we did that with Inception back at the first of the year. The first case of Inception we opened was just like boom. There were 2 Mike Trouts in there. On-card auto. One was a jumbo patch, and I think one was another smaller patch. One was to, there's another Aaron Judge. One was to 25, and one was to like 50 or something. And I was like, oh man, I mean, we are cruising with Inception. And we proceeded to have, I think I had maybe, I don't know, 8, 9 cases of Inception, something like that. And I think all but one case was kind of like, marginal, right? The rest of them were just, boom, they were on fire. And I'm hoping that means that we're going to have a whole bunch of on fire chrome following this first little break tonight. I just wanted to, I don't know why I felt like I needed to flip him over, but but I did. I did feel like I needed to look at the back of it. Oh, somebody sniped you on the Giants. I'm sorry, man. You know, though, you guys, are you familiar with Auction Sniper? If you're not, you got to check it out. It's great. It's literally auctionsniper.com. And you basically, you sign in, your username and your password is the same, or it would, you know, if you want to sign up for the service, you would use your same username and password that you use for eBay, signed you up for Auction Sniper. And then you enter your bids and tell it when you want it to place the bid. And most commonly, it's at like 5 seconds before the auction ends, although you can set it, I think, probably even from 30 seconds down to 1 second. And they don't charge you anything if you don't win. But if you win the snipe, they charge you, usually it's like 25 cents or something. There may be a sliding scale. If it's a really expensive bid, it might be, you know, 50 cents or whatever, but it's not much money. And it is super, super, super handy. And I use it all the time. And that way I also don't have to like try to bookmark and watch all these auctions, and because it will send you a notice like if you are, if the bid is higher than what you've told Auction Sniper your max is, it'll send you a message so you can adjust your bid if you want. And it never forgets, because I forget about my bids sometimes. I get busy and I've got something bookmarked that I would intend to bid on, and then I would forget and the auction would end and it'd sell for something ridiculously low and I'd be mad, and etc. Until someone introduced me to Auction Sniper a few years ago, and I have been in love with it ever since. Gurriel coming out for the Astros. Another nice hit. Little rookie action there for the Astros with the Gurriel. Astros are doing all right tonight. Oh yeah, I mean, Auction Sniper won't like, it still works the same way eBay does, in the sense that it's in, you know, bid increments, and it's just like bidding on eBay, except you put it in Sniper instead. I mean, but otherwise the incremental bidding and all that, it doesn't ever bid like you're just full max unless you're trying to outbid somebody else. So there's another Aaron Judge rookie on one of our throwback cards, or throwback design cards, and of course got the little anniversary stamp down there in the corner, and that's a nice little variation there for Aaron. Another one. That one was a refractor, I believe. I saw a little glint of rainbow color go by. Another Gurriel. Piscotty should be numbered, and that is to 150 for the Cardinals. All right, so we are rolling up onto our last few cards out of this half of Chrome. And now we're getting ready to, there's our last hit. We're going to set him down so you can look at Clayton Kershaw. Roman Quinn for the Phillies is the last one out, last man standing in this one. So we will review our signatures and the ones that we know are numbered. And again, if there's other numbered stuff in there, which maybe there is, I feel like we've probably gotten the bulk of it, if not all of it, but if there is more numbered in here, I will find it when I sort, and then I will check out the card design and figure out what the visual cue is, so that we will know next time. So we'll take a look at our numbered first. Piscotty for the Cards to 150. Bautista 299. Manny Margot to 299. Mr. Evan Longoria, also 299, quite popular number tonight. 75 on the Jeff Hoffman. 299 on Jason. 75 on Manny. Melky is 250. Gurriel, 250. And Billy Hamilton's laying in the wrong pile because Billy Hamilton is not numbered, but that's okay because I like Billy Hamilton, so we got an extra look at him anyway. And now our signature hits. Roman Quinn, unnumbered. Gurriel, unnumbered. Our nice little Buster Posey to 25. And guys, if you want a one-touch, if anybody wants a one-touch for anything that you pull at any point in time, just shoot me a message on eBay and let me know. There's Matt Strom, not numbered. Mr. Jesse Winker, unnumbered. Tyler Glasnow, not numbered. Carson Fulmer, 275. Mr. Alex Reyes, David Paulino, neither of those numbered. Seth Lugo, unnumbered. Pat, somebody or another, unnumbered. Nunez to 499. And then our Cody Bellinger redemption, which you know I'm going to go checklist verify it. We know it's the Dodgers, but you know I'm going to do it. So hold on and let me do that real fast. And let me get the checklist up and loaded. Well, it was loaded, and now it just went to a black screen. What the? There we go. Now it's coming back. How weird. And rookie autographs, Cody Bellinger, Dodgers, as we said. So there he is, all marked and happy saying Dodgers. Now I'm happy because I looked it up. So I believe, guys, the next half of this is, what is this, Thursday? So it's probably on Sunday? Maybe on, I don't know. I think it's maybe on Sunday, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's soon anyway. And then after that, we'll be rolling through it about every other day through next week. We might do a couple days back to back. Now, this is going to bring us into Optic, and this is the back half. I know I haven't put the spreadsheet up yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick the boxes up. This is the back half of the case that we opened, I don't know when, a couple nights ago, I think. So, and this is the last of it. No more Optic after this, sadly. Could not get any more, so sad days. So this is 6 boxes, 2017 Panini Optic Baseball. It is half case break number 4. And of course, you know all this jazz ended tonight, and we're still live streaming an hour later. But that went pretty fast, I think, considering. And once again, you'll find your name across from your team name as we scroll down through here. Give everybody a chance to refresh your memory and see what team you have, because if you're anything like me half the time, I'm bidding in multiple places. I don't always remember what I have where, so yeah. Yes, that was 12. It is 2 per box on, are you talking about Chrome, I assume, right? Yeah, I thought I meant to mention that at the first of the break. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. But yeah, there it is. 2 Chrome autographs per box on that. Now, when we do Jumbo Chrome, the ratio is different. But there are also more base cards and more everything in it, but there's also more autos in it. For this Optic that we're opening right now, should also be 2 autographs per box, although there are hot boxes that have 5 autos per box. And I believe, let me think about this a minute. I've opened a lot of stuff recently. I think we found one of our 2 hot boxes in the first half of this case. And if that's correct, and I think that it is, that means we should still have 1 more hot box in here, which would give us an extra 3 autographs, because the hot box will have 5 autos in Optic. So if I'm right, and we only opened 1 of them in the first half, then we will have 15 signatures in this break, I believe. Okay, good. Thank you. So the first half had the rainbow and the auto. That's what I thought. So I thought we only pulled one of the two. So we should still have one 5 autograph hot box in here. Yeah, Claw Ninja, I couldn't remember if we had 2 refractor hot boxes in the first case or not. I did definitely know that we had, 2 hot boxes with autos, but I couldn't remember if each case had 1 refractor hot box or 2 refractor hot boxes. Nor did I remember for certain if we opened 1 or 2 out of the first break. The autos I do a little better job keeping up with. But it is nice that Panini puts 2 in per case. I think that's a nice little bonus. And equally nice that, we did the same thing with these as we did with the Chrome that we opened. In that, all the boxes came out. I numbered them on the end, and random.org chose which boxes would be opened in the first half of the break. And to have split it right down the middle, that's pretty good. So, Humphrey, did we just have 1 of the refractor hot boxes in the first half? Because you're remembering better than I am right now. Oh, and Claw Ninja, you just said that. Thank you. Your guys' chat pops up probably a little bit after you've typed it in. For some reason, there seems to be a delay in delivering it. I know this primarily because sometimes I will sign off for the night and I will cut the feed and I'll be getting ready to do something else, and then all of a sudden I will see a chat message pop up, and so I know that, it came in probably a minute or 2 before. So yeah, it's a little delay in there. All right, so the standard refractors like this that aren't numbered, we're not going to flip all those over. The ones that are going to be numbered, this background will be a different color. Those we will flip over to see what they are numbered, but the others we won't. He is numbered to 299 for the Pirates. And this is very much like Chrome in terms of numbers of cards and everything. So here, it's the chicken. It's the San Diego chicken. I was like, I do not recognize that guy's name. Who is on this card? It's the chicken. Oh, you gotta love that. You gotta love that. San Diego, you hit your chicken, man. Literally your chicken man, not chicken comma man, the chicken man. Oh, goodness. Humphrey, what are you asking me about? What did I miss one of? You're saying I missed one of something, but I don't know what. Yes, I do also have Jumbo Chrome, but we haven't started breaking it yet. And the chicken, well, I mean, it's San Diego, right? I mean, it says on there, the San Diego chicken. So wouldn't that be San Diego? A Diamond King numbered. I don't think we did miss a Diamond King numbered. Did we? I mean, I pulled out the one that was numbered. We looked at the Polanco, and none of the rest of these are numbered. The way that you'll know if a Diamond Kings is numbered is this background will be a different color. So it can be a refractor and not numbered, but if this background is different than silver, it will be numbered on the Diamond Kings. All right, and you're saying I passed it again. I don't think that we did. I don't believe that there are any others in here that are numbered, but we'll look through here again. So that is unnumbered. That, unnumbered. Unnumbered. Also unnumbered. I don't think there are any other numbered Diamond Kings in here. That's kind of what I was getting at, but we're going to just check them all. And that is not, and that is not, and that's all the Diamond Kings. So, I don't know. Was it not a Diamond King that you meant? All right, well, we'll deal with the chicken then on the checklist in a little bit, and I will also have to look at how I have it written, because I do have little special circumstances area that talks very specifically about how everything is handled. And there will be a section on celebrities, which kind of the San Diego chicken sort of falls into that. And it talks very specifically about how it will be handled. And so obviously I got to follow the guidelines that are posted on the listing. So I will pull that up and we will take a look at that at the end of the break. But it does definitely say San Diego on it. Definitely says the San Diego chicken. So, but we will revisit it. In the meantime, you guys feel free to pull up the listing and you'll find the area that I'm talking about that says, it says special circumstances at the bottom of like every single break. And it will outline in there. I think it's probably in the miscellaneous area where it will talk about that kind of thing. This is Corey Kluber to 299 for the Indians. But I will definitely, I'll pull it up and refresh my own memory as well before we finalize anything tonight. But my instinct tells me that the way I have it written probably means that it is going to head to San Diego. Madison Bumgarner to 199 for San Francisco. Well, but again, Claw Ninja, that is not a redemption or anything. I mean, it obviously has something on it. It's not a redemption. And again, if you will refer to the area that I'm talking about, just pull up the listing, pull up any of my listings, and you will see down there in the bottom, all kinds of circumstances are accounted for. And each of them will say very specifically how it's handled. And so I will abide by whatever I have written in there. I believe what I have written in there about celebrities, which the San Diego chicken basically falls under that category, says something to the effect of that if it is unique, exclusive to one team, which the San Diego chicken was, if the team name is printed on there, which it is, then it goes basically to that team. If it's not exclusive to one team, if it doesn't have a team name printed on there, and all kinds of other stuff, which again we will review, then it would go via random. But I kind of have to stick with what I have written in the guidelines, I mean, because that's the reason I have those on there, so you guys will have a frame of reference as to how stuff like that is handled, and it doesn't become, an issue. So we'll pull it out. I have those printed. Well, I may not have them printed, but at any rate, I can pull them up on the iPad and we'll check it out. And we will see what it says. And if it ends up going to random, then that's cool. I just want to make sure that I'm following the guidelines that I have written. Does it make sense? Anyway, I'm excited to see the San Diego chicken, even though, it's going to apparently cause some discrepancy. I'm excited to see it because I remember the San Diego chicken, and I think it's a cool hit. I like it. Well, but so it does refer to the team, though. I mean, how do you say that San Diego is not referring to the team? I mean, Panini doesn't write Padres because they can't. They're not licensed to write Padres, just like they don't write White Sox. They just write Chicago, but it's the Chicago White Sox. So, I mean, clearly, San Diego chicken, I mean, San Diego is the team reference. The same as St. Louis. We know, doesn't say Cardinals, but we know it is the St. Louis Cardinals because there's no other baseball team in St. Louis, right? I mean, So none of the Panini stuff is going to have the licensed team name because they don't have the MLB license. So they're all just going to say Pittsburgh or Chicago or Colorado or whatever the case may be. Jacoby Jones coming out for Detroit. So a little on-card auto for Jacoby. Well, I don't think it's that Panini's being cheap, right? I mean, it was a bidding war entirely between Panini and Topps, you know. And honestly, I mean, look at all Panini got. They got every sport but baseball. And I mean, good grief, I don't want Topps to go out of business. I like Topps. So I don't want Topps going out of business. So I want them to keep a license. Although, honestly, I liked it better when there were multiple licenses, you know, when Panini and Topps both could do football and baseball and be licensed. I preferred that. Mickey Mantle, who just reappeared in Panini, was Topps exclusive for years in a blue parallel to 149 for the Yankees. Well, as I said, Claw Ninja, we will revisit the San Diego Chicken at the end of the break. So right now, we're going to move on and keep looking at what we have, and we'll deal with the chicken at the end of the break. But I'm pretty sure that it is written, you know, that way in the listing, but we will take a look at it at the end. This is number 1 of 10 for the Cardinals with Sierra. But you know, guys, that is why all that special circumstances stuff is listed there. It's so that you can review all that kind of thing before we do the break, and so that it is there in writing and it's not just subject to my whims of whatever I want to do. I mean, it's in there in writing for a reason, because that's what we're going to follow. So that's a little Dansby Swanson numbered there. And next up, Gavin Cecchini for the Mets, and that one is /75. So nice little hit for the Mets. I like it when they're low numbered. I'm sure you guys like it when they're low numbered too. All right, and this is, this is box 4, no, box 3 that we're starting in right now. It's 3 more sitting over there. So this is box 3 of 6 that we're busting into right at this moment in time. We have not, have we? Well, let's see. 1, 2, no, we have not yet found our other auto hot box, so that should still be waiting for us in the mix here somewhere. The worst part is all the time it takes to get them out of the pack, right? I mean, like, that's by far the worst part of the ones, you know. I mean, they're set up obviously to be sold in a hobby store, so a lot of times people in the hobby store are not going to want to come in and buy a full box or a $75 pack of cards or even a $25 pack of cards. So it's nice to it's nice for the hobby store to be able to sell them in individual packs like this, but it really delays our gratification when we have to open them all. All right, so let's roll on and see what we find here. So Javier Baez is to 5. Wow, that's nice. So can you see that number? Maybe if I get it, there you go. At that angle, I think it should show up. So 1 of 5 on the Baez for the Cubbies. Nice low number parallel. Always a good thing. Dominator to 99 on the Porcello. Ian Happ. There's an Aaron Judge. Of course, again, we want to find him with some ink, I know. Nice old Josh Bell refractor. And I know that wasn't numbered. I don't even know why I flipped it over. Habit. Just habit. Is this... Oh, Clint Frazier to 75. Nice, nice Yankees. I know you want Aaron Judge, but I got to tell you, I think you're going to do all right with Clint Frazier as well. So, in my estimation, that's a good hit for the Yanks to 75 with the Clint Frazier. So, hopefully the Yankees feel the same way. I think that's a good one. I like it, I like it. Now we've got a little Cody Bellinger action. And Cody is to 149 on the, I'm going to call that the blue parallel. It looks like a blue to me. Could technically be purple, I guess, but we're going to go with blue. There's the Mick again. Mark, center your hits. Well, you know, I mean, they did an all right job on that, didn't they? Let me see this again. That's not really off center, is it? No, I don't think so. I started to say it's an optical illusion, and then I was like, oh, but the product name is Optic, but then I ended up saying it anyway, so. But maybe it looks off center because of the, you know, the relationship of the stripes. I think it really maybe is pretty well centered. It just looks kind of funky. Oh, the back of it is off center? Oh, well, I don't know. No, I think that's the way they're made. They've got all the writing down there. So if you look at where the writing ends and the amount of border versus the amount of border at the top, I don't know that that's really off center. I don't know that that would grade off center. Anyway, we'll put it like that. Should you feel so inclined as to grade it, I don't know that it would grade off center. I think it would. I tend to think it would not, but you never know. Oh, you were talking right to left. I was looking top to bottom. Well, there you go. See? That's the kind of day I'm having, right? Matt Carpenter for the Cardinals. This one is not numbered, and that one is a sticker auto in the Optic Autographs insert set. And guys, I'm going to set some of these over on the sorting mat because once again, I think my stacks are getting a little taller than I am comfortable with. So I want to move them on down the way here where we don't have to worry about anything toppling over on us. That's the beauty of having a whole table full of breaking mats. Well, everything to the right is. To the left isn't. To the left is computer area. But to the right is all mats. This is 4 of 6 that we're starting on right now. Oh, somebody's calling it already. BGS 8.5. All right. Well, I'll take your word for it. I would be a terrible grader, I think. I'm glad that's somebody else's job and not mine. It's so subjective, you know, but yet it can be worth on, depending on the card. You know, you could cost somebody thousands of dollars. Some cards, tens of thousands of dollars. If your opinion is that it's, you know, a 0.5 versus a full number, it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of pressure for a subjective thing. And I know it's a panel of people. I know it's not just one guy and his thing counts. I know it's a panel and a kind of an average grade, but still. I don't think I would want that job. And you wonder if it ruins them on like card collecting, you know, like because all day long, all they do is C cards and grade cards and, you know, like that. I wonder if then when they go home, the last thing they want to do is pick up another trading card. They probably don't even collect them. All right, let's rock and roll and look for some heat. We need some fire. Oh, there's my cat in the wrappers. Although maybe he's not gonna, oh, I don't know. He's deciding whether or not he's just gonna walk through them or dive in, so you might hear another big crash in a minute. This Mickey Mantle is to 299. Cody Bellinger again. Oh, here is Gavin Cecchini again. So look at that, man. Mets are loading up, right? Because there's the second one you hit for your guy tonight. Oh, here's a little Mike Trout, a little numbered Mike Trout to 149. That's the first numbered Mike Trout Diamond Kings that I have pulled out of here. We've pulled a ton of the unnumbered ones, but that's the first numbered one. Hang on now. Tyler Glasnow. And it is to 5. 3 of 5 on the Glasnow. Wow, that's a nice hit for the Pirates. 3 of 5 on card auto Tyler Glasnow. Sweet. Sweet, sweet hit. Pittsburgh Pirates. I like it for you. It's a nice one. All right. We need to find our hot box. We haven't found it yet. It's got to be one of these last two then. Our second hot box, I should say. Our first one, we know what happened. It got opened in the first break. But our second one. Alex Bregman coming out for the Astros to 299. And then Ronaldo Lopez bringing up the rear there. We get these guys safely tucked away over here. Rolling into 5 of 6. Yeah, it's always nice to find them to 5. I mean, doesn't matter what the card set, what the series, licensed or unlicensed. You know, when you get autos to 1 of 1 and autos to 5 and really even autos to 10, you know, that's a solid hit. So I think anybody's going to argue with that. So that's a couple of Glasnows that have come out for us tonight. It's funny how they kind of like carry over even, right? Like you see them in one product and then you'll open another product and it seems like somehow you have the same people coming out of the second product. And that's not always the case, but it just seems like it is. Like they catch fire and then you just keep buying them. Oh, I know. You know what? I'm happy with things to 25. I'm happy with things to 50, depending on what it is. But yeah, it's crazy when stuff used to be numbered up into the thousands. But of course, you know, I guess you have to look at it in the historical frame of reference. Because it used to be, you know, obviously we didn't have all this numbered stuff, and we didn't have memorabilia hits, and we didn't have autograph hits, and the chase was the rookie cards, right? I mean, that was the deal. And you're right, the cards were inexpensive, but that was the chase. So then whoever got the wise idea of numbering things, you know, originally it was such a novelty that it didn't matter if it was numbered to 50,000. It was like, yeah, I got one that's numbered, you know, it was the thing. And then, of course, you know, autographs find their way in. And then, if you remember when memorabilia found its way in, that was a thing. Then all of a sudden, nobody wanted autographs. Everybody only wanted the memorabilia. And then, you know, everything has a way of balancing itself out somewhere down the road. But if you put it in historical perspective like that, back when things were numbered to 50,000, somebody would have paid good money for it because it's, you know, first time things were numbered. It had always just been chasing the rookie cards for so many years, so. Yeah, true. eBay did change things a lot as well. You're right. eBay changed the collectibles market for everything so drastically. This one is numbered 250 coming out for the Braves. I never say the guy's name even close to right, so we're just going with Mike. So Mike is out for the Braves, numbered to 50. Kyle Hendricks to 299. And when another Bellinger went by. Maybe this will be our hot box. Alfaro for the Phillies, and this one is 275. Yep, this is our hot box, sure enough. We're going to leave the redemption turned upside down for a minute because I'm going to tease you with it, basically. This is to 299. It's Alfaro again. Yeah, we're going to let it sit there and be like last while we all wonder what's on the other side of it. I know, it's cruel and unusual punishment, but yet, yeah, I know. That's what we're going to do. See what else we find. And then flip it over. Who is this? Oh, Marquez. Marquez to 150 for the Rockies. Colorado Rockies actually been pretty good this year. Tavares, yeah, yeah, for the Rangers. Oh, look, it's such a tiny little signature. He just took up hardly any of the space. That is a sticker auto for Texas on the, is it Tavares? Yeah, one of those. If there's one thing you know about me, you know I never pronounce the names right unless they're like Smith. This is 299 on the Mark Trumbo for the Orioles. And Joey Votto back-to-back. This obviously is also our refractor hot box because you see how many refractors are coming out of here. Or at least I'm assuming that it is because there's an unusually high number of them in here. Little Corey Kluber for the Indians to 149. Oh, you guys are trying to guess who the redemption is. I know. So bad. Did we pull 5 out of there, though? That doesn't seem right, but there's the redemption. We pulled him. We pulled Marquez. I guess we did, because there's all... Yeah, I guess we did. There they are. All right. Didn't seem like 5. All right, so let's see who was right. Who guessed right? Oh, I doubt it's going to be Dansby, because we pulled 2 Dansbys out of here the other day. One of them to 25. Josh Bell for the Pirates. And we will checklist verify that, but we know Josh Bell's a Pirate. And somebody asked for that the other night. hopefully whoever had the Pirates in the first half has the Pirates in the second half, because somebody specifically said, I'm looking for Josh Bell in here. I really want Josh Bell, and he's a redemption. So I hope that you have it. No, we did not pull. I don't even think we pulled. Or did we? No, it was not Dansby that we pulled the other day. Did I say it was Dansby? It was Benintendi, I think, that we pulled 2 of out of the first half. It was Benintendi, not Swanson. Because one of them was to 25 and one of them was to like $2.99 or something. But the Panini website was down when we opened it, so I couldn't get the number off of the checklist. You know, Topps checklist online doesn't tell you what they're numbered to, but the Panini one does. But their website was down, so I had to look it up later. And one of them was to 25, but it was Benintendi. But I was surprised, 2 Benintendi redemptions out of one half of the case, but nonetheless, that's what it was. Yeah, I know. It is funny. You can kind of start to predict, right? I mean, like what's going to come out if you watch enough of the breaks. Frank Thomas, clear 1 autograph to 5. You won for pennies. Oh, wow. So you got, you pulled that out of a break, you mean? Or you bought it from somebody and you got a good deal on it? I don't know which one you're saying, Humphrey. We pulled a nice Frank Thomas autographed jersey not too awfully long ago. Sometime in the last month. Oh, you got it on an auction. Well, I think most eBay sellers are honest. I don't think you very often run into, at least I don't very often run into one who isn't. I mean, it's very rare. I've been on eBay probably 20 years or close to it. I mean, I started fairly soon after eBay came out. This to $1.99 on the Tulowitzki. And I have very few problems really with sellers. Got to be honest, not frequent. That is to 50 for Kansas City on the Perez. Speak of Frank Thomas, here he is to 199. So this is our refractor hot box. Yeah, for sure. Joey Votto to 149. Francisco Lindor. Is that cut weird, or am I just looking at that wrong? I don't know. That edge looks like it's a little rough down there. I think that's cut kind of weird on that bottom edge. But anyway, on the Francisco Lindor. Sorry, I got myself sidetracked. Noah Syndergaard to 299. Almost stuck him in the wrong place. Arenado to 50 for the Rockies. Pujols to 199 for the Angels. Oh, little Ronaldo Lopez. That's nice. Franco for the Phillies to 149. Dexter Fowler, still seems weird that he's a Cardinal, but he is, to 149. Tyler Naquin for the Indians to 149. You know, one thing that bugs me about Optic is sometimes they put the number on the bottom of the card, on the bottom left, and the other times they put it in the upper right corner. It's like, just pick a spot and put it there. This is to 99 on the Max Scherzer. Robinson Cano to 299. Mariners. I don't know why I flipped that over. I could have looked at the... Yeah, well, whatever. I had a moment. There's another Aaron Judge refractor Molina, 250. Oh, that is 250 on the Gregory Polanco. Morales, 299. Chris Sale, 199. I don't think Yelich is numbered, no. Carson Fulmer, 299. Cano again, this one to 50. Mazzara to 99. Dozier, 199. Carson Fulmer is just like everywhere tonight. Am I right? I mean, what is this? It's like Carson Fulmer night. But here he is again. There's Carson Fulmer again. Maybe the other one was in the other product. I don't know. Just seems like I'm saying Carson Fulmer a lot. That's all. There's the MIG to 99. And then a little Ian Happ. Okay, so we've got our autographs here. And then we've got the dubious chicken that we're going to have to deal with. The chicken. So here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to have to sit tight for a minute. I'm not going to be able to see chat for a minute because I'm going to go here and do a little San Diego chicken research, okay? That's what's happening right now. And dun-dun-dun. Okay, so originally the chicken first appeared at the San Diego Zoo in a promotion, and then he wandered through the stands at the San Diego Padres baseball games, and if someone said, "Lay one on me," the chicken would lay an egg via his leggings containing a prize. He appeared at more than 520 San Diego Padres games in a row. He also went to San Diego Clippers basketball games before the team moved to Los Angeles. And then some dude got fired and they put somebody else in the chicken suit. And I don't know, chicken had to pay some Bulls cheerleader a big old fine, etc. So in August of 2016, he was still making appearances as the chicken in different states and countries and wearing different chicken suits and etc. So as far as I am concerned, this card says San Diego. All that information just said that this chicken was at 520 San Diego Padres games. And it says San Diego on it. It's the San Diego chicken. And from where I'm sitting right now, I still believe that that is a San Diego hit. However, I'm going to do one more thing, and that is I'm going to pull up exactly what the listing says in my little area here, in my little special circumstances area, and then we're going to match it up with what that listing says. Because that's basically the Bible, guys. That's how all of these things are made, so that it doesn't turn into a big controversy or a big thing where it's like, oh, I just decided to do X, Y, Z, because that's not the case. That's why we have it all written out ahead of time. And of course, I guess I'm not logged in to eBay. Well, wouldn't that figure? So now I gotta get my password in there. So, in the meantime, all you guys that are signing off en masse while I'm working on the chicken, if you hang out, I am going to recap those hits. Actually, you know what? I'll recap the hits for you, so you can sign out if you want to. Then I will continue working on the chicken. Okay? I think that's the best way to do it. So the chicken, which we're going to finalize in a minute, Carson Fulmer, Ronaldo Lopez, Josh Bell. Oh, I still have to go to the checklist for Josh Bell anyway, and he's we know he's going to be a Pirate, but we still have to go visit for him. For the Braves, Alfaro for the Phillies, Marquez, Rockies, Leotis for the Rangers. Our very nice Tyler Glasnow to 5 for the Pirates, Cecchini for New York, Matt Carpenter, St. Louis, Clint Frazier, New York, Yankees of course, Cecchini, New York, Mets, Jacoby Jones, Tigers, David Dahl, Rockies. So before you guys sign, that way anybody who wants to sign out, you can sign out. And anybody who wants to stay tuned for the Chicken Saga, you can stay tuned for the Chicken Saga. And let me get the Panini website pulled up here real quick so we can checklist verify this guy, and we'll find out what he's numbered to as well. And thank you, everybody. You guys know, I hope you know, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you bidding with me, chatting with me, hanging out, checking out the channel, all that stuff. I really enjoy breaking cards. It is a ton of fun for me. And I would not be able to do it if not for the fact that you were willing to bid and break with me. So I appreciate you, and I thank you very much. Hope I will see you again somewhere along the way. I do get most of the new stuff that comes in basketball and football and baseball. Rated Rookies Aqua is what we're looking for on this. And eventually, after we go through 700 drop-down menus, we'll get where we need to be. Panini's got a lot of drop-down menus. Rated Rookies Aqua. Where are you, friend? There you are. And Mr. Josh Bell is going to be numbered to 299. So now we know. Josh Bell to 299. All right, meanwhile, I got to get myself logged into eBay so that I can read my own description in there. Oh boy. All right. Well, Claw Ninja, I hear ya. If other breakers are doing that, that is, certainly fine. Each breaker can make their own decision about how they want to handle their cards. I hear ya. But again, I do have, as you see, some very specific things written out, and those are there for a purpose. So I can't just randomly decide I'm going to do something completely different, because then, that would be problematic. So I need to follow what is written on the listing. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now, is pulling up one of the listings. If I can get myself logged in, that would be immensely helpful. But of course, I do not remember my stupid password, so that's always a drag. I'm trying. Hopefully this is it. My desktop pre-fills it, so I don't have to have it memorized, but the tablet and stuff, yeah, it does not. So slight delay while I am getting myself logged into eBay. Which eventually, maybe, hopefully, we're going to get in here. Yeah, here we go. All right, so log me in. Please, eBay, log me in. All right. I'm just going to pull up any listing because they all say the same thing at the bottom. And we're going to scroll down here and read exactly what this says. All right, so we're in the special circumstances area, and we are down here in the area that says unpaid, unlisted, unsold, and miscellaneous. So this is where we are. Obviously, it is not unlisted. Obviously, it is not a custom jersey. That is signed memorabilia. It is Where is the one I'm looking for that talks about? Oh, here we go. If a card or item is pulled, I'm just reading this directly off the listing. If a card or item is pulled that features a celebrity, an announcer, a coach, or other subject matter not previously noted, which the chicken qualifies for, and the card is not part of a listed separate bidding category, which it is not, the breaker has not announced in the listing or verbally or both intent to retain the category prior to or at the start of the break, which I did not, and there is no team designation on the front of the card or elsewhere on an item, but there is a team designation on there. It says San Diego. Then breaker will either assign the card to an associated team if the subject on the card is exclusive to a single team in the capacity listed on the card, announcer for example, and the team name is printed somewhere on the card. Otherwise, the breaker will award the card via random.org among all teams in the break, which may include the breaker via unsold, unpaid, or unlisted teams. The exception is signed custom jersey for a coach or player, see below. Okay, so there's the key in there is, and there is no team designation on the front of the card or elsewhere on an item. But that does say San Diego on it. That's thing, you know, but it says San Diego on it, and we read the history of it. I did pull it up, and it said he appeared at 520 San Diego Padres games. So I'm going to reread this one more time and make sure that I am not missing anything here. La 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 la. So, you know, again, I mean, San Diego is printed on it. I hear what you're saying, Claw Ninja, and, you know, I get that you're disagreeing with what I'm saying, and I am sorry that you disagree with it, but the way that is written, it clearly, you know, says, and there is no team designation on the front of the card, but that does say San Diego on it. And I do need to follow the guidelines that were written because, you know, that's how we structure things. That's why I go to the checklist every time to verify redemption, even when we know who somebody plays for. Because that's how it says when we look at redemptions. That's what it says I will do. It says I will first go to the checklist, so that's what I do. I do try to do this very above board. So I'm calling the San Diego Chicken card for San Diego. And that is, again, based on what is already available in the listing in that little special circumstances area. And the fact that this clearly says San Diego on it. So I am calling the San Diego Chicken for the San Diego Padres. And Claw Ninja, I hope that doesn't keep you from bidding with me again in the future. But I do feel like it is the right decision based on what is written on the listing in the description. I mean, that's what we got to go by. So thank you again, everybody. I appreciate you very much. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.